Alright, so now we're back here with Charming Bean. And she's done a couple days of the lariat work. I want to get her started on some of the flag and bag and stuff like that. So I just spent a couple minutes and just kind of let her go around the round pen while I stood in the middle here and just had the flag with me. That was kind of interesting. So this might get to be a pretty fun video. We'll find out here. So she walks up to the flag when it's on the side of the arena here and kind of sniffs it. But every time it kind of comes towards her or anything, and again, if she has too much pressure, and I also even haven't worked her on the halter a whole lot. I mean, I've walked her back and forth, but I haven't done a whole lot with actually working her in the halter. So I might end up having a little bit longer line on here in a minute, but we'll see what happens. So I want to keep her not on top of me. And I took my boots off that are kind of slick, and I put my more something with some traction, so I have something to, so I don't hurt myself by slipping around too much in here. So I'm going to see if I can kind of keep her off of me here and just kind of gently see if I can first get her to move off of this. And I'm going to stay at a pretty good distance here. See, now standing still is not a good thing, because if you look at her body, and although you can't really see it too much, pretty far away again, my video person is in college, so if you would have looked at her eyes, she was kind of scared and stiff and kind of worried about life. So that's not any better than running frantically from the bag. It's usually the thing after a total freeze kind of frame like that with big eyes is, if you're not careful, is a pretty good explosion. So let me sit here. I'm just going to kind of touch her with it. And you can see she's not exactly happy about it. She doesn't go too crazy. I just want to add pressure, and I want her to understand she has to stop at the end of my halter here. Alright. See, she has a tendency to kind of stop and ball up, which is not a good thing. I don't want her running and being scared either, but stopping and balling up just kind of, so that creates rearing and stuff, which I know she does, and jumping up in the air. Now I'm doing a whole bunch of things here at once. Again, I haven't really worked her a whole lot off the halter other than moving her back and forth. It's been mostly with the lariat so I can get her over her pole issue. So I'm going to teach her with this flag. So I'm kind of getting her used to the flag and understanding where to go all at the same time. So I'm not going to get too fierce on this. Otherwise she's going to jump up in the air and land on top of me. Staying kind of a distance away from her. I'm just going to wait. I have this pressure on this right hand here. Fly was biting. There we go. Kind of made that choice. Just to step a little bit off to her left, my right. Follow the feel of my halter and get used to this flag flying all over her. I'm going to ask her again. Lift this way. There. You might not have seen it, but she kind of leaned, so I gave her that. She had that thought of going that direction. Ask her again. Nice and easy. Follow this, follow this. Help her, I'll stand a little bit more on this side. Touching her there a little bit with it. She's going to go up. She doesn't know what to do with pressure. She's going to find out where the release is right here. There. She took a step that way. It wasn't a perfect step that way, but at least it was that direction. And I'll leave her alone with that. Okay, again, lift up here. and dry. I know. Just leave her alone. Lead. And my whole body is pointing that direction. Everything about me is saying, go to your left, honey bun. And she's saying, I'm getting kind of pissy at you here for hitting me like that. I know it's sideways and not the front end yet, but I'm going to give her any chance she can to think about going that direction. Okay. Lift. There we go. Good job. I'll leave her alone with that too. I want to release her pressure a whole bunch as often as I can. There. Thought about it. Again. Couple steps, at least in that way. And if you're patient, I mean, I can sit here and, you know, whip her a few times and she'd go. But that'll just kind of not be quite what I was asking for. There you go. She'll get it here. It's all about patience. I want her to understand this is connected, not that way. She's going to go up. So I just kind of made that a harder decision to do. There we go. Good job. And if she chooses to keep going, that's all right. My body's still going this way, but I took my hand down because I'm not going to nag her to go that way. I'm going to stand up neutral again. I'm going to point this way. Stand to my left a little bit, but still upright. And see if she'll go off that side. And ask it again. Lift it up. Send it out. Not up. Not up. I'm going to stay out of direct line of fire there. There we go. Good job. And this time she chose to keep going. And I'll allow her to just go around here. She's thinking here. Her eyeballs are going, There we go. Now I'm going to talk to this front right foot. Get that to plant with my right hand. And she did it already because all the lariat work I did. And just kind of yield that hindquarter around there just a little bit. I'm not going to get too particular to start. Okay, see if we can change directions. Point over here. Lift up. There we go. Good job, honey. And I'm drifting with her a little bit here. Giving her a little bit of tension on that rope as she hits the end of it. But I'm not going to make her stop when she hits the end of the rope entirely. Just going to kind of create a little drag on it until she hits the end, and then I release that pressure. Pretty soon she'll be coming off of it really easy. I'm not going to hurt her. Ask her to keep going a little bit. Now I'm going to plant my left hand. I'm going to talk to that front left foot. I'm going to see if that left foot can just find a place to stop there. I'm going to see if I can get that hindquarter around. And thank you very much. Good job. Oh no. She didn't want to be petted in the beginning, or well, kind of wanted it, but didn't know how to ask for it, and now it's all she wants. Flies are kind of off on her a lot. Let her get that fly. Alright. Lift her this way. My whole body's saying, go to my right, go to your left. Not sure about that yet. Thought about it. There we go. I'll allow her to keep finding that. Keep a little bit of pressure on her. There we go. And she figured it out. Good job. So maybe that couple minutes with her just kind of seeing what that flag was in the middle here. And I tapped her with it once or twice when she was going around. I didn't think you needed to see 20 minutes of her going in a circle. Actually, it wasn't 20 minutes, about 10. But, you know, she tucked her butt and scooted a whole bunch of times, so maybe she got used to it enough that way. There we go. Now my right hand is going to talk to that right front foot as it lands. I'm going to see if I can get that hindquarter to step across. Take off all pressure. Right now, if she wants to come in and check with me, that's fine. In the beginning, you couldn't. So any chance she wants to come in and check, absolutely. Unless she's like up in the air, bouncing around and kicking, then she can't come in and check in with me. She can check in with me from a distance, but she's doing good. I'm trying to avoid that. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Point off to my left, her right. She's looking over there. There's a couple horses next door, and she's kind of checking them out. I know. So I'm going to get ready here because she's not liking that. I'm going to help her by getting out of her front. Give her an option here. There we go. Good job. So now my energy is still saying go forward. But right from the beginning, I'm going to try and release as much pressure as I can, as often as I can. There, she thought about stopping. I'll just kind of help her out there a little bit. Now again, I'm going to plant my left hand, my left side, wait until that left front finds a place, and then I'll bring that hindquarter around. Sometimes people get in a hurry and they pull that front end while they're pushing that hind end, and they're not realizing that they're not actually talking to that front foot and getting that front foot to stop and asking that hindquarter to reach around. They're just kind of pulling that horse off balance, and they think they're getting the right thing, but they're not. You want them to listen. When I pick up that rein, I want that foot to stand still. When I hesitate, when I pause, I want that to be a pause. Just kind of like if, I'm going to tell my clients sometimes, like you're walking and you see something in the street you don't want to step in, you kind of get that little feeling of, oops, I don't want to step on that, so you just kind of halt yourself. And that's what I do with my hand, just like if I was riding the reins, I just kind of halt it and see if I can get her to get that feel, so that when I'm on her back, and I just kind of hesitate that rein that's attached to that foot, she's going to understand it. I'm trying to get tangled up in my bag there. That time she went off pretty well. Keep her moving. Now I'm going to plant that right front foot. I'm talking to that front right foot, waiting on it. Now I ask that hindquarter to step across, and then she gets her reward. Good job, huh? Now I'm going to start implementing, kind of asking her to back off of me here a little bit. I'm going to just wiggle this rope a little bit. Create energy. Because sometimes if you wiggle the rope on some of these horses that don't understand or kind of go into pressure, you wiggle the rope and they jump on top of you. So I just kind of create energy going there. And she went around, which wasn't what I was asking for, but that's what I've been asking her for, so I kind of allowed that for a second here. Now I'm going to plant that foot here. Yield that hindquarter. She's thinking about that. I know. You turned into Miss I want hugs and kisses every 2 seconds now, huh? Alright. Now I'm going to back up just a little bit. And I'm going to put pressure here. Kind of tapped her on the nose there a little bit with the rope. Not doing it real hard. Just trying to get her to what do I do? Gotta do to get her to stop. that pressure coming from? Even though it was off to the side. That's what I've been telling her to do. She kind of went away from me there. And that's what I want. The other day when I threw a lariat, just hanging it over her back, and she started bucking like crazy. So when I go to put that saddle on, I want to make sure I can keep her off of my body. Kind of create some wave and some energy up here. All up. There we go. And then she backs off. And I say, thank you very much. Taking up with my tractor, I'm getting all sorts of rocks. Alright. Now again. Body first. Energy. Get her to back off and release. Body up just a little bit. I'm not going to get too crazy with her. I'm going to get something going here. There, that was back. Good job. Now as I get better, I'll kind of take them in the direction they're not already ready for. So that I can get them ready, but right now she's kind of ready to go to my left. So for now, I'm going to help her go to her left. But eventually I'm going to get it so that I can prepare her for everything. But right now, if she is prepared for that, I'll kind of take that and go with it. I don't want her on me here. She's kind of looking at me. She kind of has a funny look in her eye. So I'm going to do what I was just doing there with her backing off of me and send her around. Now I'm going to plant that front left foot, talk to it until I can get it to kind of stop, and then yield that hind. I know she's kind of coming to me, but that's all right. She'll make that connection here. One side's better than the other. Huh. You're not hard to catch anymore, that's for sure. Okay. Now I want her to kind of back up here. Stand a little closer this time and see if I can get this done. If I can understand. If I ask her out of my space, she has to come out of my space. Okay, and I'll ask her again. I don't care how far it is right now. Now, even though her shoulder is more to my left, she's kind of bent to the right. And normally I don't back off my horses too much, but there I didn't want that flag to come underneath her chin too fast, especially with me standing that close. So I took a step back while I brought that flag up under. But she still went off. And I want her to kind of go away from me here a little bit. There we go. Now I'm going to see what happens here. She should be okay because I already did a little bit of this. I'll take this and just aim it kind of at her. Touch her butt. On her back. I'm not asking her to go faster, but if she wants to go faster, see she got all tight right there. Get a little bit closer so I can reach her. There you go. Just kind of let that glide off of her back. Have it up there and down. Not much of a wind, but it doesn't take much wind to get a plastic bag. There we go. Like, okay, well, I guess I can handle that. That lariat's been all over her, and I've been entrapping her in that lariat for a few days now. Okay, now I'm going to stop that front right foot. If I hesitate, I'm going to wake it up a little bit. And then bring that hind quarter. There we go. Let her think about that. And I'll go up to her. Okay. Nice that you came in. just a hair. If she wants to go off, I'll kind of allow it. I'll take it as she goes. I'll kind of go with her there. Now on this side, take that and throw it up there. Nice and easy. And her head comes up, and that's all right. Slide down. Remember on that first video with that lariat, every time I slid my hand down, she just about came unglued. There we go. Right, now she's stopping there. Kind of went into freeze mode. There we go. Again. There. Now, I'll make it kind of her stopping with me. Plant that front foot, keeping her off of me there a little bit, and then yielding that hind quarter. Good job. Start working on all the individual body parts now. And it's not a big deal when you get on them. I mean, they still have to figure it out. It feels a little different, obviously, because you're on their back asking for it, but it makes sense. Back up just a little bit here, and then I'm going to ask her to back up close to her to do this. She had a thought there about going up instead of just back. So I just said, no, not that one, the other one. And she goes, this one? Yep, that one. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit extra pressure to her. Send her off here. Send this up and over. Figure eighter while she's going around me. She's doing alright with that. So, I can handle that okay. Now I'm going to try and just switch sides without that stop in the middle. It's like, wait a minute, we stop and pet first. I know. There we go. She's kind of looking at me a little confused and lost, so I just kind of helped her out there a little bit. She goes around. Let her know that's there. Swing it, baby, swing it. Like, I don't know about that side. She went through quite a few temper tantrums and is still working on them. With that lariat rope, just kind of, I slip it up and kind of circle it on her ear a little bit. And her tantrums are much less, but they're still there. And one ear is way better than the other. Again, I didn't really ask her to stop here. There we go. And alright, I'll figure it out here. Slide my rope down. I know. It's going, hold on. Wait a minute. She's thinking. I know. Yep. Nope, not that way. Step off to the side here. Nope. See if I can help her. There we go. I know. Just wanted a little bit. Then I release. Walk it out of her. For a second. Well, it's just a little bit too much. Is it okay? Alright. know, she's the one that's supposed to move, but I'm just trying to get in a better position here to kind of help her understand how to get that release. She's just a little confused here for a second. Oh, the wind caught my flag. Okay, so let's start again. I can get her out of my space. Oops, as I drop the rope. There, just a little bit back. Feet didn't completely move, but her mind kind of went there. And again, lift, and go this way. Let's go. You need help? All right. Don't get discouraged by this when they have a moment of wait, I'm not sure again. Isn't it lunchtime? Start again. People are always worried that they're gonna, you might teach your horse the wrong thing, but they don't think about it as winning and losing. All right. Set up for this way. So I really want to get her the other way. See if I can remind her what it is we're supposed to be doing here. There we go. Plant that foot. Yield that hind. Oh, that wasn't quite your hind. There's your front. Yield that hind. There. That was better. Oh, now you're interested in the flag, huh? I'll kind of up against the fence there. I'm gonna walk this way. Now, let's see if we can get it going now. Here. And nope. Let me get a hold of this. I don't want it to come up too much here, so I'm just gonna make it a little harder here for her for a second to come up on top of me. But I need some help. There we go. I want you to see if you can go that direction. There we go. That direction. Nope. Wrong answer. That direction. And this is normal, you know, they kind of get it and then they don't all of a sudden. Like, wait! Girl. I know I have my hand the wrong, there we go. I have my hand the wrong way on the rope for a good feel. Your hand should be over top. Basically everything that goes to your horse should come out your pinky. But in order for me to effectively get a loop down this rope, I have to have my hand the other way. So since that's happening more, there. And this is stuff that I know is going to come out because this is, she gets that kind of pushy and gets worried about stuff. So I'm just coming to the edge of it several times here. And that's alright. I want to get just to the edge of it until I have a little bit more control over it. Then we'll head it straight on. But by then, hopefully, we won't need it. Now, because she did that nicely, just going to stop and yield and take that pressure off. The tractor over there is making some noise. I think it scared her. Alright. Now she can draw into me. Very good. Nice. We're gonna drop that rope there for a second. Get rid of the big flag. See, already teaching her how to ground tie. Come up in here. That. Grab my rope. She has an issue around her ears. Let's see what she does. She already did all that with that other rope, or that other flag, so I want to kind of pet her there. See if she can kind of handle that. We'll take it off of her. Go to the other side. Now some horses, you know, you go to their neck or their shoulder first and they kind of like it, but she's really curious and she really gets to smelling things first. So that's why I kind of put it here first so she can kind of smell it. Not all horses you can do that with. Some of them you do that and then they'll kind of nail you, but I watched her for a few days. And that's kind of her thing. She wants to go up and smell it. And she's alright with it. So I'm just giving her that chance to smell it first before it touches her on the side. And then she does better with it. I'm going to just kind of reach up here. Again, now she's smelling it down there while it's touching her ears at the same time. We'll kind of check that out. Touch here, touch there, touch your cheek. Under her ear. That's better. That's good. See if we can get it up over that pole. Good. I'm going to walk over here. I'm going to touch this side of her cheek with it. I know, noise is going on all over the place on you. Right on her. I'll poke her eyeball out. There we go. Nice and simple and easy. Yep, I know. Just kind of hitting her shoulder with the flag. Not exactly happy about it. A little tight, but not nearly as tight as she was a little bit ago, so I'm going to let that go. Smell it? Yeah, I don't know what they're doing over there, huh? Making all sorts of noise over there. There we go. Scratch her withers with it. Yeah, I like these new flags that have the kind of like the plastic or fiberglass shaft. But the metal one was a lot easier to deal with, but my hands are so hurting so bad. This one bends too much. I can't get a good scratch going. I know. My handle broke. There's duct tape holding it together. But it still works for what we need, huh? Over and under and over and under and side and under a big U and a big sun and a big U and a big sun. She's like, well, that's kind of boring. Very good. Step her forward. Let's see what she does. Taking it down her feet there a little bit. Like, I don't know about that. Take it down that foot a little bit. Very good. Go over here. Take it down that foot. Cut her ears. Take it down that foot. Down that shoulder. Walk her forward. There we go. Good job, honey bun. Look at you. You're doing so good. Alright. She has some dreadlocks on her hair. I gotta trust to tie her off, or even come out here to start brushing her one day. She was so worried about everything. The least of my worries was her dreadlocks on her mane. Put that hind end there. It's like, well, alright. Put that hind end there. Oh, huh. Her right eye, so a little sad and droopy looking. Not too bad though. Oh, we're coming along. Such a good girl. She tries hard. Now I'm gonna see how about she's like, let me just follow you everywhere. So we do a little bit of pressure, and then I'll let her alone a while and give her some lunch. Huh. I better not do that one yet first. Alright, just don't want her to get her feet stuck in that bar if she back her off of me here. There you go. Alright, I did it with the flag. Try and do it with the rope. There we go. Atta girl. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a hold and then release. Just a quick little hold and a little bitty bump. Because those first couple days when I did that on the halter, she went, 8 feet up in the air. Send her off this way. Oh, the flies are biting you, huh? So I'm in a little better position and take a little bit of hold. Good. Try and get this in a position now where you can see that. See if I can get her to stand there. I'll take the rope. Throw it up there. Same thing I was doing with the lariat. Not necessarily trying, in fact, I'm trying not to get it over her head all the way yet. Just up on the ear, which is where she was having problems with it. Bonked her in the face a few times. She thinks I'm the worst person with a rope that ever lived. I bonk her with it, get her all tangled up in it. Finally, she just looked at me and she's like, "Ah, woman, what are you doing?" She just settled down. Not today, but the other day when I was doing this with the lariat. Oops. Sorry, you can get that fly. Very nice. Much, much better. Get a hold of that ear there. Yeah, one time I had it over her ear and she was spinning and spinning. And, oh my goodness, it was really funny. She was like, how do I get it off? She looked like a dog chasing her tail. She got it. She settled down. She went, oh man. Alright, I get it. And that was the last she just had to go through a whole bunch of stuff. Still a lot to go through. Now I can try this over here. Just wanted to see what she did with that little bit of bump in there. Already better. So I just have a little tie ring here. You can easily get out of it. I'm going to walk off here and just kind of leave her there. I'm going to leave her tied there for quite a while. Not quite a while, well, 10 minutes maybe. See if she could just handle that. And that should be it. She should be just, for the most part, pretty fine. We'll do, a lot of the tie rope stuff later and work on those on another video. But for now, that's it. Again, it doesn't look like a whole lot, but sure does make a lot of progress.